from 3Ps, and today I want to share with you some Father's Day cards that I've made. And the ones that I'm doing this year are really simple, but they are kind of similar. I'm using the same stickers. I think I used these last year as well. I still had a pack left over from Forever in Time, and it was these little chalkboard looking stickers. And I wanted to go ahead and use these up, so I didn't buy anything new, but any kind of Father's Day stickers will work for this project, so you don't necessarily have to have these. If you find some at like Dollar Tree or Hobby Lobby or even Target. And because I got this at Target, I bought it for my dad. It was in their little dollar bin. It was $3, but it was up in the front, you know, where they have the little saving cheap area. But it's ceramic. It doesn't look very cheap, but it just says best dad ever, and I thought my dad would like this. So I picked that up to put in his stuff. And so I thought I would sit down today and do a little card share video on how I made my Father's Day cards. I have a new tripod, so I think it's shaking a little bit. I need to stop hitting my desk so hard. So sorry about the shakes. So this is how it turned out. Just a simple red cardstock. I layered up some paper and foam on the inside and just did a simple Happy Father's Day stamp. I've used this stamp before. I tend to reuse a lot of the same materials until I've used them up. I don't normally go out and buy a lot of stuff until I've used up a good portion of what I already have. So for me to go out and buy new Father's Day stickers, I'll have to use these up first. Because I have a really small craft area, and it would be so easy to go out and shop and just, you know, overload myself with so many things. So yeah, it's kind of a one in, one out sort of system for me. Alright, so back to the cards. Some of the materials I'm using is just these stickers, some red cardstock, a little bit of washi tape. I did pick out a glitter, and I've got some little blue flower sequins. I also got these at Hobby Lobby not that long ago. And some scraps of paper. Now, you can use any kind of adhesives that you'd like. I am using a little bit of score tape, some redline tape, and some of the sticky paper that I like to order off Amazon. And I get that, I'll show you the package. It looks like this, just some adhesive sheets. Yeah, so it's about, I want to say it's $20. It might be $19 for 25 sheets that are 12 by 12. So I like ordering these, and they last me a really long time. Okay, so what I've done here is I've just taken a piece of red cardstock and folded it. What is it, 8 by 12 or 8 by 11, and simply folded it in half and cut it to make the little card here. So then what I did is I've adhered some washi tape. Now for me, a lot of my washi tapes, they stick for a little bit and then they'll start to peel up. So what I like to do, since I'm mailing these and I made them a little bit in advance, I wanted to make sure that the washi tape did stay down. So what I like to do is just take some score tape, or if you have redline, or even just some glue, if that's all you have, and I just kind of tear off a piece here, and I like to adhere that to where my washi tape is going to be. And that's what I've done on these. There's some underneath it. Because like I said, sometimes it likes to peel up and it doesn't stay, depending on where you get it. So I think I got this one at Target like a long time ago. It's almost gone. I've used up most of it. So, and then I'm just going to put on this last piece of washi tape right here. And basically, if you saw my cards from Easter, wasn't this year, because I didn't do any Easter cards this year. I was so busy, I just didn't have time. But last year, I'd made some Easter cards where I just tore the paper, where it was just strips of paper. This is kind of the same thing. Using up scraps that you might have lying around. It's something that kids can help make, because it's just strips of paper. And they can pick out the colors they want and stuff like that. Pick out the washi tape that they like. So we have so I just put 3 rows of washi tape, and then I went in and I just added some strips of paper. So I had some blue, different color blues, and I just cut some little, these are 1/4 inch pieces of paper. Yeah, they're 1/4 inch strips. And I just trimmed them out on my trimmer, but you can always just tear them or cut them with a pair of scissors. And then I just layered up where I wanted them to be. So like this paper here is actually left over for some poster board that I used in a project. So it doesn't necessarily have to be actual, you know, cardstock or construction paper or anything like that. I had a poster board that I'd made some boxes for 4th of July in about 2 years ago. And I've had these scraps forever, just sitting in my little stash. So I cut out some strips of that and just layered up where I want, you know, them to be, like this. So kind of putting them where I want them to sit. Looking at the card right here, trying to match it where they're sitting. Because I'm also going to put down a strip of glitter. So for these, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to use my score tape and lay that across. It's pretty easy to adhere things with. I get this at Tuesday morning. Not Tuesday morning, I'm sorry. I have bought it at Tuesday morning. I got this one at Hobby Lobby. Yep. Alright, so I've peeled off all the backing paper for the tape. And then I'm just going to take my strips and I'm just going to layer them up on top. Again, you could use, like, if you wanted to, you could use just like a glue stick or something like that. It doesn't have to be score tape or anything like that. Whatever you have laying around, whatever you think, you know, if your kids are making this and you think it'd be easier for them just to use a glue stick, then use a glue stick. I would say probably 90%, if not 100% of my projects generally use materials that anyone can use without any kind of special machines or dyes or anything like that. Generally. Well, I don't have a die cutting machine, so if I cut something, I have to cut it with my own hands. Okay. Because I can't bring myself to pay that kind of cash for those machines. Have you seen how much they cost? Oh my goodness. Okay, back to the cards. And then, oh, just as a side reference, I got this at Hobby Lobby, and I think it runs like $3, so use your 40% off coupon, and you don't have to pay as much. Same thing with the red line tape. I also think it's like $2.99, or actually, I think this one's like $1.99. They're not the same price, but it's not too terribly expensive. You might be able to get some deals on, like, online. Maybe you can order some through Amazon. Okay, so then I'm just going to put a piece of red line tape down here at the bottom that goes across like this, and then another row right here. I'm just putting it on top of the washi right here. It's hard to tell on the red paper. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, and I'm just going to cut this off. I'm just going to peel this up here. Right, I'm going to use a little bit of scrap paper to catch all the glitter on. Okay, and I just use some red. Use whatever color combinations you like. I'm just going to sprinkle that across the red line tape here. Right, and I like to rub mine in just to get it into the strip there. Okay. You want to tap off the excess here. Okay. Right. Dump this back in there. Okay, so I finished putting the glitter on the red line tape strips that I put down. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the embellishment to the front. Now, what I did for this is I had some scraps. I'd cut these circles out. Actually, I think they were left over from the Easter cards that I made, where I cut out some circles in the middle. Or, actually, no, I don't remember. But I had these oval shapes, and I had several of them in my cutouts that I apparently didn't use, or for whatever project. I also had some circles, and I had some in like a pale yellow, but I went with the brighter or the deeper yellow than this pale one. And then I had a couple circles, but I went with the oval. I was making 4 cards, and so I had 4 ovals available. So I wanted to use those. And the orientation is different on both of these. This one's long and this one's going across. So either way looks good. Alright, so what I did is I have some foam squares. Now you can get these at Dollar Tree. I did get this pack, I believe, at Walmart in their craft section. It comes with like 8 different colors. It comes with all kinds of different colors. And what I did is I just used the template and a pair of scissors and just kind of went around it, around the edges. So what I'm going to do first is take my sticky paper here. I'm going to sticky the back of it. So if I get a corner peeled up here. Okay, and then I just peel this back, and I'm going to put this on here and just sticky the back of it so it sticks good to the foam. And it just makes cutting it out a little easier. So I'm going to sticky up this paper. Okay, and then peel this off. Actually, first, I like to snip off where that way I know this piece is still sticky. Okay, and then I'm just going to peel this off the paper. Right, and then I took my piece of foam, and I'm just going to lay it down, leaving myself enough room to trim around it. Okay, and then I just did I simply cut a thick border around this oval, just with a pair of scissors. I'm just going to go around the edge here and trim out a border around this oval all the way around. And I'll do this. I have 2 more cards that I want to finish, so I'll do this for both of them. Okay, just going slow and steady around, that way I can try to keep it even all the way around as best I can. Okay, trim that just a little bit. Okay, so there's that. Have a little oval piece. Go ahead and put the second one together. Okay, so I've cut out both of the circles, and you want to save this scrap piece of foam or have a piece of foam available for the inside of the card. So I'm just going to set this aside for now. Then on the outside, what I did is I just took the embellishments that I liked. So in this case, like this one here, I'll probably do it long ways like this. Just stick it to the front. Didn't add anything else to it, kept it just like this. And where's my cards? And then I'm going to add this to the front, like this. I'll go ahead and put this one on here. I think I'll put this one on there as well. Now, I'll probably make tags. There's some couple of little tiny ones here. I was going to make some little gift card holders or tags or something. I might plop these on the front of those. So I think they're a little too small. This one's almost looks too small, but I'm going to use both of those. So then what I did is I'm just going to take this, again, with my sticky paper, and I'm just going to add that to the back. So I have my sheet of sticky paper here. I'm just going to cut out a strip of it. Make it easier to handle or use. And then again, I'm going to use this to adhere these ovals on the front of the card. So I'm going to do this one. I'm going to lay this on the front like that. And then this one. So that makes these like giant foam stickers. And I like to burnish the back of them just to make, or back of anything I'm using, just to make sure that the adhesive is good and down on the back. Okay. So I've got my card here, make sure it's going the right way. Been using, see, it makes it a big, huge sticker. And then I'm just going to lay this on the front, trying to eyeball it into the center. Okay, there's that one. Then I've got this card here. I'll lay this one across the middle, like so, like that. Okay, and you can leave it like this if you wanted, but I did add some little flowers to the front of the card. I have these little flower sequins, and I'm going to glue these to the front, but let me do the inside of the card first. Go ahead and get this part done. So again, I had some scrap yellow paper, and what I'm going to do is the same thing with the oval. I'm just going to trim these out. Okay, so I finished trimming out my little Father's Day, stamped out Father's Day pieces. And then I'm going to use this scrap piece of foam, and I'm going to layer it up the same way. Just find an area where it looks like it'll fit. Like right there, I can put one down, and then I can put one right here. So that's what I'm going to do. Again, using my sticky paper. Got a scrap right here. Makes adhering things so easy. Right, so I'm going to put this one on there. And this one. Okay. And then I'm going to peel these up and stick them on this foam, and then I'm going to cut those out. There, and one right there. Yeah. Okay, and then I'm going to trim these out. I'm going to put these on the inside of the card. Okay, here's this one. And I'm going to do the exact same thing. Now for these little pieces, you could always just use some red line tape. Or if you want to use the sticky again, you can, the sticky paper. I think I'm just going to use red line in this case. So I've gotten the liner off the back of the red line tape, and then I'm just going to stick this to the inside of the card. My cat is eating cat food right behind me. So if you hear him, I'm sorry. Alright, so then what I did is I took some of these little flowers. I apologize if y'all can hear my cat eating his food. My craft space is in the kitchen, so I converted our little dining, or our like little breakfast nook area in the kitchen to my craft space, because it's the only space I had in the house. So yeah, his food bowl is right behind me, and he doesn't care that mommy's making a video. Right, so then I just put down a couple little dollops of glue. Now this, if you want to add sequins and flowers and stuff, you want to make sure that they dry good before, you know, obviously mailing it or handing it to somebody. And I just use a simple craft glue that I have. I love this Forever in Time glue. I like it better than Dollar Tree. And I got this one, I had a local craft store. They closed, they're not open anymore, at least where we are, that carried Forever in Time stuff. So I think some of the, maybe some of the Canadian Dollar Trees carry Forever in Time, or they used to, or something. I'm not sure where all it's found. Of course, you can always buy it online. Oops, I knocked the thing. So then I just put a few little flowers on the outside, just to kind of, you know, give it, I don't know, a little something. So there you have it, some little flowers on the outside. And I'll finish up this other one later off camera, but it'll do the same thing. But you can also do it without the flowers. It's still a cute card even without them. But I'm going to add the little flower embellishments to this one. So yeah, so here's the three that, that I've done. Let that glue dry, and here's the other two all finished. And I thought they turned out pretty cute, pretty simple. Little Father's Day cards here. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed today's card share, and maybe got some ideas on a quick and simple and really easy card you can make as well. Just grab you some scraps of paper and maybe some stickers, and voila, you can make a pretty cute, festive, fun-looking Father's Day card. Thanks for watching, everyone, and y'all have a great day now. Bye-bye.